Estate planning. It's a crucial step in protecting your family's future and financial security. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. Estate planning involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from the foundation, you can plan for your children's future, make decisions about kingdom causes, and get expert help from professionals along the way. Build a solid foundation for your children and for each other. Start your estate plan today. Visit bfok.org/plan.
For the past 6 months, our world has been searching.
What can be done when nothing goes according to plan?
When uncertainty and fear seem to reign.
When normality is but a distant memory.
So many people have truly felt lost.
One simple question that constantly echoes around the globe.
Is there any hope?
This hopelessness causes stress, anxiety, uncertainty.
Fear of the future and lack of control of the direction of our lives.
At Hope, we have heard this and seen this.
These are the same feelings young men and women face when met with an unplanned pregnancy.
Fear of the unknown, anxiety about providing for a baby, disruption of their dreams and plans.
Hopelessness.
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 Maybe for the first time, many can identify with the fear and confusion that comes with the upheaval caused by unplanned pregnancy.
Hope is a critical element to physical and mental well-being.
We are hope.
In a time when these families feel they have nowhere else to turn.
Hope Pregnancy Center exists to help young men and women have hope and to choose life in the midst of an unplanned pregnancy.
In an unprecedented and unplanned time of life for everyone.
We seek to provide hope for even just one.
We are hope.
We are hope. We are hope.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Hope Pregnancy Center We Are Hope fundraising event. I am your host, Mandy Parkhurst, and I am thrilled to be your MC. I'm having my very own watch party to let my friends and family know, just like you, about the impact Hope Pregnancy Center is having in our state. Everyone, say hi.
Hi.
Hope Pregnancy Center, a ministry of Oklahoma Baptist Homes for Children, opened their doors 34 years ago and has since expanded to 5 full-service pregnancy resource centers across the state in Ardmore, Edmond, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City. In 2020, Hope continues to grow by launching a mobile pregnancy unit to provide services beyond the walls of our existing centers. Hope's purpose is to walk alongside women and men experiencing an unplanned pregnancy, providing truthful education on pregnancy options and giving them the help and hope that empowers them to make a life-affirming choice for their child. Today, people around the state are gathering to witness the impact of Hope Pregnancy Center and make a financial commitment to provide resources and services needed to expecting moms and dads facing an unplanned pregnancy in our communities. If at any time you wish to donate, go to obhc.org/wearehope. You can also get more involved on social media by going to facebook.com/partnersforhopeok. Serving as a volunteer for Hope for 2 years, I have witnessed many lives saved and transformed. 2 of these are Peyton and Christian. Listen as they share how Hope Pregnancy Center helped them find strength to choose life for their son.
We first met on social media, started with the friend request. We started talking as friends for a while, took her on the first date, and we just went from there. It was just like an instant click.
When I found out I was pregnant, I had just took a test and it was positive. So the first thing my mom told me to do was to call here. I heard a lot of good things about here. I've had family members that came here as well, and so I had good knowledge of it prior to coming. I remember when I got my positive here, I was just so kind of distraught. I was upset. After that is when we really started thinking about what we were gonna do. Everything wasn't perfect. It wasn't a perfect situation. I feel like I was telling the family that was wanting me to have an abortion, I just need some more time, or the ones, wanting me to keep it. No, I want to, but I just need some more time to make sure. I feel like I was just keeping everybody happy for a couple of weeks while I was still figuring out what to do. I was really hoping that when I had the ultrasound and he was with me, that it would kind of bring some clarity. I felt like whatever we're about to experience on the ultrasound and see on the screen would just kind of solve all the problems. When I was thinking of seeing my baby, I wasn't thinking of seeing something I could recognize as a baby. But when we went in and saw our baby on the ultrasound, we saw legs, arms, he kicked, and he was like jumping all around her, and we were like, oh my gosh.
I felt good about it. It felt inspiring. Like everything, just feeling his heartbeat, seeing his heartbeat, hearing it. And then a few months passed and he's already kicking. It's that first ultrasound I got to see was good.
This is Gabriel. He was born July 11th, 2020. Gabriel has changed my life. I don't ever feel like being his mom is hard. I don't ever want any breaks from him. I just want to be around him all the time. I hate to leave him. I'm like, how did I go my whole life not knowing you? That's how I feel, not having him.
First time I saw him, I was just so into him, like so happy he was finally here.
I named him Gabriel because it means strength from God. And I definitely feel like he is my strength in so many ways. That's how I would best describe it.
Isn't it amazing to see the impact Hope had in Peyton and Christian's lives? Your support provided the hope they needed to choose life. Now their son Gabriel is a blessing in their lives. Thank you for your support. Hope Pregnancy Center provides an array of services that many are not aware of, several that extend into the baby's first full year of life. Let us take a moment to hear about the services Hope provides. Afterwards, you will meet Hannah and Danny, a couple who benefited from many of these services.
Welcome to Hope Pregnancy Center. I'm Lynn Smith, one of the directors here at Hope. Whether you are new to this ministry or a longtime friend, we're glad you're here. You are about to get a glimpse inside a Hope Pregnancy Center and hear some of the life-changing decisions that are made. Come with me. Here we are in one of the beautiful client care rooms where young women, and sometimes young men, have their fear of an unplanned pregnancy confirmed by a positive pregnancy test. Often they're overwhelmed with fear and anxiety, desperate for peace in place of the emotional chaos they're feeling. Hope is a safe place for young women and men to process and talk about their emotions. It's also a place where they receive accurate information on their pregnancy options with compassion and without judgment. A visit to Hope empowers them with facts so they can make the best decisions. This is where a young woman hears, often for the first time, that she is valued and loved by a God who has a plan for her and for her baby. This is where a young man is surprised to hear that fathers are important and being involved in the pregnancy of his child matters. This is where the seeds of hope are planted. Even with a positive pregnancy test, often the pregnancy doesn't feel real. Thankfully, God has provided ultrasound technology to reveal the reality of life in the womb. Here in the ultrasound room, registered nurses on staff administer the ultrasounds, measure the babies, and look for their heartbeats. With mom's permission, the nurse turns on the screen so she can see her baby for the first time. This is where it gets real. Mom actually sees her baby, not just tissue she was told would be easy to remove. Many times, this is where the Lord changes hearts. Mom chooses life for her child. Dad's God-given emotions engage to protect and provide for his child. In 2019, many moms and dads turned their backs on their plan to abort and embraced life instead, resulting in not only 849 lives saved, but 849 women rescued from the devastation of abortion.
Thanks to donors like you, so many lives have been saved and families have been impacted. The ministry opportunities of Hope Pregnancy Center go far beyond the initial life-affirming pregnancy test and ultrasound services. I'm Karen Alley, and I have the privilege to serve as director of a Hope Pregnancy Center, where our mission is not only to help a woman choose life, but to help them have hope by offering ongoing support and compassion while sharing with them the love of Jesus Christ. Hope invests in the lives of these parents through the Empowered Parenting Program, providing education for a healthy pregnancy and parenting lessons. Moms and dads build relationships with godly, supportive volunteers and have the ability to earn the items they need for baby's arrival and first year of life. Worrying about providing for her baby is one of the reasons women give for choosing abortion. But when the mom and dad begin to understand their ability to earn the baby items they need, and they see people who support them, they start to have hope. The Baby Boutique is a symbol of that hope and inspiration for expectant parents. Most of the items in the boutique are contributed by friends of hope like you. You are the reason these young families begin to have confidence. By educating, supporting, and sharing the love of Christ, lives are impacted and families are empowered to thrive all across Oklahoma.
We actually met on, funny enough, a dating website. I think we're one of the few people, from what I gather, has actually been successful. I started talking to her and was just really impressed. I remember we hit it off really well, just in conversation and talking to each other. Just from minute one, we just really clicked.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I was nervous, but excited at the same time. But I felt really scared because I was not prepared. I found out about Hope by doing a preliminary Google search on different pregnancy resources, and then I came in to do the initial ultrasound. The lady who spoke with me was really down to earth and truly listened to me. I took the pregnancy test and they confirmed with me that I was indeed pregnant, and that's when she talked to me about the pregnancy classes as well as the parenting classes after the baby is born. And it really was during that first visit that I decided that I wanted to continue utilizing these services.
Being kind of new to the world of, I guess you'd say baby stuff and going into classes, they were very receptive and helpful here at Hope. They made the information really easy to learn. I remember within 2 or 3 classes we had like a diaper changing contest and I was the second fastest, which is funny because I hadn't changed a diaper before and I was really quick at it. So Hope Pregnancy Center has been a constant partner in, helping us succeed and, be the best parents we could for the first year of our daughter's life and onward.
We have both felt so blessed, and every time that we talk about Hope Pregnancy Center, we always talk about what a blessing it's been to our lives, and I will forever take Hope Pregnancy with us as a pivotal resource in our parenting journey. And we are just so grateful for all of the donors and the volunteers and the staff, because they have given more to us than they know that they have. So this is our daughter, Grace. We call her Gracie. She was born April 24th, 2019, and we've been a part of Hope for all 15 months of her life, and just so grateful for the blessing that she's been for us. She's adventurous and active and healthy and just everything that we could have wanted and more.
It's so hard to describe her just because there's so many aspects of her, even though she's so little. I think every parent thinks that their kid is a genius and super talented, but she is a genius and super talented. She's just a constant source of just joy and wonder in our lives, and she's just so amazing.
Did you notice how Hannah and Danny were able to find the help and the confidence they needed to become parents? Through the services at Hope, they found this and much more. This happens because people like you and me invest in life. My husband Daniel and I made our first financial donation to Hope in 2008. Wanting to be more involved, we decided a few years ago to become difference makers. What is a difference maker? Difference makers are those who give each month so Hope can provide daily needs like pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, baby boutique items, Bibles, and many other resources. Becoming a difference maker is easy. Go to obhc.org/wearehope and click Give Now. Then select Difference Maker. By becoming a difference maker, you will be there to help overwhelmed young women considering abortion to choose life every single month. Precious is one such story. When she experienced an unplanned pregnancy, she thought abortion was her only option. But through the services of Hope Pregnancy Center, she discovered something unexpected can be the biggest blessing of them all.
How I found out I was pregnant, I was over the weekend. My homegirls, we was out, and one of them stepped up to me and was like, "Why you didn't tell me?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You're pregnant." I'm like, "Girl, whatever," and we're out, and I'm looking around like, "Oh no, don't say that in front of everybody." And I just kept going through all the symptoms, and then that Monday I took the test. She did it for me, and she was like, "You're pregnant." I'm like, "What?" I was nervous, I felt scared. My anxiety went up, I broke out in hives for like 3 days, and so I was just overwhelmed about the whole situation. My counselor ended up taking me to Hope Pregnancy Center, and they did an ultrasound on me. They told me that sometimes at 10 weeks I can hear my baby's heartbeat, but I heard my baby's heartbeat at 6 weeks. And I was confused at the time, but I think it was a blessing for me to hear his heartbeat soon, to change my mind frame, to change how I feel about everything. About the second time I went and got an ultrasound, my baby was a little bit bigger. And so when I seen him, that's what really changed my mind from really getting an abortion. Seeing him move, I'm like, oh my God, he grew fast, and I just knew then that I couldn't let my son go. Just seeing it and the heartbeat and just everything, it's no words to really explain on how I really feel, because it's 1,000 words that I want to say, but it's just so overwhelming. The more I went to Hope Pregnancy Center, they showed the love, the compassion, and and they helped me get through it, and the classes that I went through, it really helped because my body was changing and I didn't know, what was going on and stuff, but the little classes that I took, it was really amazing. So this is Jaden Jamal Lee Bennett. He was born April the 19th at 7:20, and he's just my pride and joy. He changed my life all the way around. He's my everything. I just love him. Him waking me up in the middle of the night before I have to go to work. I'll be tired, but it's worth it. What I really love the most is how a baby can be attached. Yeah. Could be just attached to you, and they know who their mom is, so. He's a handful at times, but I'm learning on what he likes and what he doesn't like and what he wants to do. They say I spoil him too much, but I think he'll be okay, first baby, so. But he means everything to me.
Isn't it amazing to see the impact Hope had in Precious's life? Through seeing her baby on ultrasound, Precious realized she was not alone and chose life for Zayden. Hope Pregnancy Center was there with help and hope when there was nowhere else to turn. These stories mean so much to me, and not just because I volunteer at Hope or that my family supports this ministry. I do this because I have been forever changed by Hope. I was 18 when I found out I was pregnant. 2 weeks shy of my high school graduation, I was terrified of what having a baby would do to my future. I knew all of my plans and dreams would be shattered. Just like so many women who come into Hope, I believed the lie that an abortion could just make it go away. So I decided to abort. While the abortion ended my pregnancy, nothing could make my life like it was before. I became a mother the moment I conceived. My abortion could not undo that. 9 months later, I learned I was pregnant again. It was then in my brokenness and despair that I surrendered control of my life and gave my heart wholly to God. Knowing I could not have another abortion, I went to Hope to explore my options. I considered adoption, but in the end, I chose to parent. Hope walked alongside me, providing the education and resources I needed to care for my daughter. It was not until 10 years later, when my husband and I took that first donation to Hope, that I told them about my abortion. While I knew God had forgiven me, my heart still needed healing. I learned about Hope's Forgiven and Set Free class for women who have experienced an abortion. During that class, I was able to fully face my abortion and the consequences of it. My abortion affected my life in so many ways. How I parented my other children, how I related to my husband, how I processed hurt and loss. By God's grace, my joy was restored and He brought healing to so many areas of my life. Hope is truly offered at Hope Pregnancy Center, and you can be a part of transforming lives just like mine. But first, I want to share with you just a few of the faces that were unplanned.
I'm looking at a masterpiece. I'm staring at a work of art. I'm listening to a symphony in every beat of your tiny heart. You used to be a choice to make, but now I think you've chosen me. 'Cause I see 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 eyes, and I know this is meant to be. Oh, I don't believe in accidents. Miracles, they don't just happen by chance. As long as my God holds the world in His hands, I know that there's no such thing as unplanned. Broken turns to beautiful. I see it right before my eyes. And every single breath you breathe is destiny love has brought to life. I thought it was my story's end, every child deserves a chance. You are more than just a choice, 'cause there's no such thing as unplanned.
Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world." Join us as we spread light and hope in a dark world. Our goal is $777,000, which funds every service at all 5 centers and the mobile pregnancy unit for 6 months. Together, we can do this. Many of the watch party attendees were given an envelope. This envelope highlights many of the individual needs. You can also find these on our website. Did you know for $160 a month or $1,930 a year, you can provide all services for one client? Or that 1 year of ultrasounds at one center costs $1,900 a month or $22,800 a year? A pregnancy test and ultrasound for one client is $11.50 a month or $138 a year. Your gift, large or small, makes an impact in the life of a mother, father, and precious baby in so many ways. Please open your heart to see how God may be prompting you to be a part of the impact of Hope Pregnancy Center. You can go online now to obhc.org/wearehope and click the Give Now button. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of families. We would like to leave you with the names of businesses and individuals who helped support this event. Have a great day and God bless.
Whether it's for better or for the worse, as long as we're together, we'll make it through this. I knew that it was true from the very first time I kissed your lips. I'll stay by your side